Hi, I'm Lenny McGill with Glock Store Performance Center, and today I want to demonstrate the installation procedure of the slide lock lever, not to be confused with the slide stop lever. Now, the slide lock lever is the small lever that allows you to take the gun apart, basically field strip the gun. And it's located right here above the trigger, and you'll see a little piece of it sticking out on this side, and corresponding on the other side of the gun, another little piece sticking out. This is also known as the takedown lever. The slide stop lever is this device right here, and it is the lever that you use with your thumb to release the slide. Now, what we want to do is install the extended slide lock lever. And the reason we're going to do that is because the one that comes with the factory is very small and difficult to grab hold of and kind of painful to actually reach up there and do so. So the extended version I've got right here allows you to have more to grab hold of when you take apart the gun. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the process right here. So here I've got, just to show you, I've got two of them. One is available in chrome and also in black. They're both extended, and they are easy to drop in, and I'm going to show you right now. First of all, whenever we work with a gun, we want to make sure that it is in fact unloaded, and we also want to make sure there's no ammunition in this room. Okay, there's no ammunition on the table, there's no loaded magazines. It's very important you always are aware of the fact that you're in the cleaning maintenance mode, and you want to keep ammunition away because accidents can happen. So first objective is keep my finger off the trigger and away from the trigger guard area and drop the magazine. And then inside the gun, poke in there and pull the slide back and actually visually inspect that there are no rounds in the chamber and there's no rounds in that magazine, so we're good. So I'm going to put the magazine away. This is a Glock 19, and one of the cool things about a Glock is that the platform for the Glock 19, the mid-size gun, is the same for basically all the guns. Now I want to show you a Glock 24. Now this is an unusual Glock. You won't see many of these around. This is the 6-inch 40 caliber. Very cool. As you can see, it's got a cutout on the slide to make it a little bit lighter so that it has less mass coming back. It's easier for the 40 caliber round to work it. So that's the 24, and there's the 19. You can see the difference. But what's interesting is that the platform, basically the frame, uses all the same parts between the 19 and the 24. And the 22 and the 17 and all that. So what's nice with the Glock is that, you know, it's very easy to work on. Once you know how to work on one of the guns, you can work on all of them. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to keep my finger off the trigger, drop the magazine, no rounds inside that. That's a good sign. Put that off to the side. Pull the slide back, visually inspect inside the chamber. It is empty. Now I'll pull the trigger. Now I know I've got two unloaded guns and I can work on them accordingly. So let's go ahead and work with the 19. I'm going to go ahead and do the standard disassembly procedure. So we grab the gun like so, grasp on top of the slide, and just pull back a little bit with just a normal grip, like that. And then we reach up here and we grab this takedown lever or slide lock lever and pull down on both sides at the same time. Keeping that pulled down, I'll let the slide go and just push the slide forward, and that's the disassembly procedure. There it is. And so you have the frame, and we have the slide, or the upper and the lower. So we'll put the upper away because we're really dealing with the lower. And we're going to go ahead and look now where this slide lock lever is. It's basically right here, and it goes through the frame. And if you look inside here, you'll see that it is spring loaded. Okay, so let me get my punch from my punch set here and come in, and I'll just push down on this guy, and you'll see that's the motion we're looking for. And if you look inside there, see if we can get a little light on that, you can see that's that shiny piece right there. That's the actual spring. It's just a little leaf spring that sits inside the frame that gives this its motion and brings it back up. And this piece is very important because it keeps the slide on the gun. So, got to make sure you always look at that and make sure it's not broken, because if you shoot it someday, the slide will go flying off if it's in fact broken. So to remove that existing piece, it's very easy. All you need to do is take a punch, grab a little skinnier one, and depress the spring. So I'm going to get inside here, and I actually just want to push the spring down without the punch itself. So I'm just taking the pressure off of that piece. Now, you'll notice too, before I take it out, that there's two sides to this, one side and an up and down. So this little notch right here, the little notch, that's where the spring actually rests inside that notch. And there's also a lip on this side, and the other side is smooth. Okay, so be aware of that. And when you take it out, let's be aware of how it comes out so we can make sure we put it in the right way. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to depress the spring. And as I bring it out now, and as I depress the spring, I'm going to go ahead and let this just drop out. Now, hopefully you can see that. There it is. See it coming out right there on the side? I'm going to grab it with my fingers underneath there. And as I depress that spring, this guy's just going to slide out by itself. Now, here it is halfway out. And I did that on purpose because I want you to see. See that this lip or ledge faces back towards the back of the gun or towards you, the shooter. So it's very important you understand that when you take this part out and you put the new part back in, we want this lip right here. I'll show you one on the chrome. See that lip, and see this side is smooth. Okay, that's a smooth side. We want this guy right here, this lip, to be facing backwards on the frame, back towards you, the shooter. So when you install it, you put it in that way. So now that I've got it halfway out, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the rest of it out by hand. And so there it is. So that's the factory part. And again, the lip was facing back towards me. So then I'm going to just put that aside. And here's the difference lengthwise or size-wise. Right about there, about 3 millimeters difference. See that difference right there? There's the factory, and this one right here is the extended. But that difference really makes a big deal when you go to take the gun apart. So now I'm going to put the chrome one in because it'll be a little easier for you to see. Plus it dresses the gun up a little bit. And to install this, very simple. Okay, so we want to go ahead and start it with our finger a little bit, just a quarter way in, not even halfway in, just so, because you don't want to get too far in there, because we want to make sure that we get it started, and then we come in here with our punch and we depress that little leaf spring, and we push it down. At the same time, we push the slide lock lever in. So we just push it in, and we push down on the spring, push the slide lock lever in, center it up, and let it go. I hope you caught that because it's really pretty simple. Now, if you'll notice, it sticks out a little bit further, and this is why I gave you I wanted to install the chrome one so you could see a little bit better. Sticks out just a little bit more, but not too much as to interfere with holsters, than the factory. And here is a factory, and there's the part we're talking about right there. So you can see just a little difference there. And the idea is that now when you go to take apart the gun, it's easier to grab hold of this. And so when we put the slide back on, we want to go ahead and just center this guy up. And we'll rack the slide, and you can see that it captures the slide, squeeze the trigger, and it's on. It's very easy, and it's something that if you want to dress your gun up, certainly go with the chrome, but from a functional standpoint, to be able to access this easier, take the gun apart easier, it's so much better than the factory, and it's a simple installation, and it's really a relatively inexpensive part, and something you can do because you know how to do it now. I'm Lenny McGill. Thanks for watching. This has been the Glock Store Performance Center. We'll see you next time.